So Kevin Stefanski just talked about Myles Garrett and the first time he came out and saw him in pads on the practice field.
Take you back, Scott, when I first saw him last training camp, in pads and going through drills. That was, unique to see somebody that size and be able to bend like that and get off the ball like that. So once I saw it then, kind of became the norm.
Let's bring in Scott Petrak. And Scott, you had a one-on-one with Myles. You were working on that. Tell us what you found out and just kind of take us through what we'll kind of get in that article.
Yeah, a few of us got to sit down each individually with Myles, and I talked to him about his motivation. And on Twitter I think it was last week when the NFL Network did its top 100 rankings, he came in at 16. And the comment was something like, noted, people think there's 15 players better than me, something along those lines. And I just wanted to talk to him about, okay, so how does that drive you? How does when, in the middle of your off-season workouts in March, are you thinking about that? And he said, I'm always thinking about that. I'm always motivated. It's a nonstop process for me that I can never get behind because I never want to play catch up. If I'm not if I'm not working out, I'm watching film, I'm making sure I eat right. And it's just the mindset probably you have to be a guy that considers himself the most talented player in the whole NFL, which is saying something in itself. And then we talked about a lot of stuff, but Giannis and the Bucks winning the NBA championship. And is there a parallel here? The fact that Myles stuck around, he signed his extension here. And he's like, hey, I love those stories where the team is loyal to the player and then the player is loyal to the team. And you don't always see that anymore. And obviously he wants to pay that off with the championship. And that's the goal. And that's what he's working towards. So, Myles is a fascinating guy. I'm not sure if, he's been here a while. I don't know if I've ever sat down with him like that for that long. It wasn't super long. It was like 7 or 8 minutes, but still just to kind of dig into what drives a guy that is so great, right? Is an elite athlete. And he's also taken on more of a leadership role. And we talked about his role in the culture change in the building and just overall. I mean, he was here for 0-16. So how has he seen the organization really evolve from there to Super Bowl expectations right now?
Yeah, and he is one of the guys that's incredibly fascinating. And you listen to him talk, and he's extremely articulate. And that's one of the reasons I think he's going to have a big year, and I think he's going to become one of the faces of the NFL for the foreseeable future.